There you are. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There you go. You're in.
okay.
Wait for some more people, and this is just a group from the tech club, and I'm just going to play around and try to figure out what, how you keep losing your screen and all of this. And
Yeah, that'll help.
okay, so hi, Donna.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing fine, thanks.
Good. Wait for a few more people, and while we're waiting, I think I'll see if I can get something else on my screen just to try to share it. That should give me a little something. Hey, Stanley, you made it.
Yes, I did. How are you today, Tim?
Good. How about yourself?
All right.
Good. I see Christina joined without video. Can you hear us, Christina?
Yes, I can.
Good. Hi, Binky. I'm glad you joined us. Can you hear us, Binky?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Are you in Arizona still, or did you snowbird away?
Over here. We're still in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when we're leaving. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, what? It's not, the video's not working.
Your video's not working?
Yeah, well, it's waiting and it's circling.
Oh, okay.
I'm just on an iPad, so an iPad Pro, actually.
I am too, because I kind of wanted to concentrate this session on iPads
Yeah, that's what Anita said.
with Zoom. So we're going to see what we can all help each other learn.
Okay. Well, I know that the quilters have been doing Zoom meetings, and that first time around, I had to help a couple people figure out, how to go from one person to the boxes with everybody in it, that kind of thing. So,
Well, when we did the Tech Club Wednesday, we kind of learned that the iPad is its own little,
yeah, it's sandbox. It's its own world.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I decided to kind of steer this session towards.
Yeah, that's what it, well, I saw that and Anita said that, and I didn't even know, well, My husband and I take a ride every day to get him out of the house, and it's usually between 9:30 and 10 for an hour. And so I totally forgot that, I should have canceled that day.
Oh.
And in there. So, and I'm gonna go watch that video because I don't fully trust Zoom at this point. And maybe something he said could
They really have,
bring me
They're-
in the fold a little bit more.
Yeah.
I spoke to a friend in Michigan who somehow they compromised her and she had to go and change all her passwords to everything. And I don't know. She's not very techy, so I don't know if it was something she did or they just didn't put a password on it or what. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. So anyway.
yeah.
Is anybody else here? Is Anita here? This is just not.
Anita is not here. It is, after 3, we'll go ahead and get started.
I've got to go get my power cord.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, see if I can find one in here. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disappear for a minute. We'll see if this fixes itself while I'm gone. It's going down like a percent a minute.
Yeah, this drains it fast. Zoom really drains them fast. So if you aren't on a power cord, I'd probably recommend it. Hi, Anita.
Hey,
She was just asking about you. She had to go get a power cord. I told everybody if they're on iPads or phones, they probably want to get a power cord. This does drain the power pretty quick.
oh, that's interesting. So, I couldn't find, I just couldn't find the Zoom invitation. It was in the same email as the one that you'd sent out to everybody. So that's why I was a little late. I set my alarm even, and here I am.
Well, there you
Did you fall asleep, Anita?
Maybe.
Oh, I did earlier. I knew.
Well, I set my alarm for 3 o'clock and I woke up a little bit early and then I went looking for the invitation and couldn't find it.
Oh, it was in the email from the tech club.
Right. So happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Yes, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I spoke to a couple of my kids. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I should sign out and sign in again. I joined.
Why you're there?
I'm not getting video. I'm only getting audio.
But we can see you.
Oh, well, I can't see anything. Or maybe if I just. I don't
That
know.
could be the screen, and we're going to work on that, how you get around on these screens.
I don't know how to get around, but it's got me with a circle saying waiting.
Because you are admitted and we're seeing you.
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you.
Oh, you know what? Just a minute. No, that didn't do anything. Huh. I keep my camera covered.
Do you see
So
a
you
camera
can't,
on the screen?
you can't see us, Pinky?
Oh, I can't. All I can see is the original picture of me. I don't know. It's not doing anything. Well, here, I'm the one that needs support.
You go. Do you see a camera on your screen anywhere?
Just a minute. Here we go. No. I got.
Probably.
It's just the video preview of me is what it is. So I'm seeing me, and it says join with and without. Always show video preview dialogue when joining. So
It shows, according to my participants, you are on with music and video, or with sound and video.
right, yeah.
You are on another screen, Binky. Zoom always opens up too. So that's try
There's no going around anywhere.
try tapping on your screen.
I know how to do that, Tim.
I know.
Believe me, it's frozen with this particular picture.
Okay, now you disappeared. Now you're back.
Okay, yeah, that's because I hit the home button, and I think maybe it's my internet is just jammed.
Okay, the internet is really bad today. That's what I think. I think everybody's on.
Well, Mother's Day, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
This and probably make a difference.
So are you on your iPad or your MacBook?
No, my little iPad Pro, the 10.5.
Yeah, it says so. It says Binks iPad.
iPad Pro, right, yeah, that's, yeah. Well, and the power's going up, so that's good. It's good. The battery was draining too. I'm gonna close it out and then start over, see if that helps.
Alrighty.
All right. She'll be back. Anybody else having trouble?
I see Rich there. He's got his headphones on, except his microphone is off. Okay, I can see you, Rich, but according to this, your microphone's turned off.
All right, I unmuted.
Now
It's,
you're not. Now you're unmuted it. Yeah, okay. And there's Tim. Hey, and one of the things that I found out, Tim, is that an iPad, well, I'm trying to think. I think Stanley sent me a link and I watched it, a guy on YouTube, and he says that the basic requirements for virtual background, you have to have an iPad Pro. And
that could be.
And I don't have an iPad Pro. Stanley does have an iPad Pro. He lives right across the street from me. So we like met in the middle of the street or somewhere, 6 feet apart. And oh no, we were just talking on the phone. And he could get the virtual background, his photos from his iPad, but I couldn't. Every time I try to use my iPad to get to the virtual background, it crashes, it freezes every time. So then when Stanley sent me that thing, I thought, well, it's because I don't have an iPad Pro, I guess, which is no big deal. I mean, the virtual background works perfect on my MacBook. It just doesn't work on my iPad.
And that could be, it's just like the regular program, depends on the computer you're on, whether it can be a green screen.
Now I got it. All right.
Now you see us, Binky?
Yeah. Okay, let's see what this.
Okay.
Yep, now I got everything. Okay, we're good. It just had to be, that's all.
Part of the frustration I found with the iPad is the gallery view and the speaker view. And the hard part is not seeing your screen, because when we have 9 participants, I'm probably guessing half of us are seeing one thing and half are seeing the other on the same meeting. On mine, top left, it has gallery view.
Yeah,
And
you've
then
got choices, gallery view or, yeah, active speaker.
active speaker. If you hit active speaker, whoever's talking, it will
Is the
go.
only one.
If you go
We
to,
ran with quilting when we had 18 people on and 20 people on. So you have to swipe, if you have more than 9, you have to swipe to get from one screen to the next.
you
And you
do.
don't know who's talking.
Okay. So how many total do you have on right now?
Right now we have 9.
Okay, and I can see all 9.
Mm-hmm.
But so if you had more than 9,
What it would do is your squares would get smaller.
okay.
If you
Oh,
switch
not on
to-
the iPad. You have to swipe to get more than 9 on that. Well, unless, depends on the size of it. Mine's a 10.5. And
It
I
will-
have to get
Yeah.
to the, yeah.
It will depend. Now, if you switch to the speaker view, you should get a box in the bottom right, or a camera, or something in the bottom right of your screen. Some of you will have pictures clear across the bottom. Some will just have a box on the right, and some will just see a camera down on the right bottom.
Okay, so I am now in speaker view and I can see you. You're taking up the whole screen And then then I can only see me down on the right.
Okay, but in mine, it's only you, Anita, because it's speaker view, you're the speaker. So when it goes back and forth from speaker to speaker, as Tim said.
Oh, because I'm talking.
Right.
Oh, okay, all right,
It'll switch to whoever's talking. I probably
Right, now
just.
it's switched to Tim.
On the
okay.
small box on the bottom right, if you have that window on the bottom right, you should see a plus and a minus on it.
Yeah,
If you hit the plus, then you'll get, well, on mine, I get 5 views. And then I can
And I-
swipe
oh, look at that.
or come up, and then you can swipe to see who's there and who isn't, back and forth.
Oh, so I can go across and see all 9
You can
that way.
scroll, and that's how it works with the 9 boxes too. You can scroll.
Yeah.
If you all review, if you have more than 9.
Yeah, okay,
Is-
that's very awesome.
Is everybody finding that? Everybody figure out what I just showed you?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, I found it.
But play with it a couple times. For one thing, when you hit the minus, it'll go away completely, and it'll just be replaced with a camera.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I just did that.
Oh,
Okay.
it rotates through the camera, 1 box, 4 boxes, or 5 boxes.
Right. And then
Yeah.
back to none.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that allows you a little more screen space, especially on a small device. If you just want to see what's on the screen, you can get rid of the people that are on there. So you get more screen space, or you can toggle it to see everyone who's in the meeting, all how you want to do it. How you
Okay, so can you share content on the iPad?
You can, and I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see, I'll just go to photos. Okay, the 3 dots on the top right,
Yes.
where I'm sorry, or share content is where you go. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself.
That's the
Just go-
option.
Yeah, just go up to the share content and it'll give you options there, whether you want to share a screen or a picture. And I'm just going to share a picture of my granddaughter,
Oh,
Cookies. Okay, now this is where when we play bingo, right, Darlene, it gets a little complicated getting back to the shared screen to the gallery view.
Yeah,
So since I'm sharing that screen, everybody can kind of probably play around, and you still find your box in the bottom right. And then when it is finding, and we're still working on that. How did we find it, Darlene, to get back to your shared screen that you want to see that the other person's sharing?
well, then at that bottom right, then you hit that little, I don't know what it was, a little,
Camera. Yeah, and then since I'm sharing my screen, I'm not seeing it. So you guys try it. If you minimize that box somewhere on your screen, top left, it'll come back to share screen or share Tim's screen, right, Darlene?
yeah, mm-hmm.
okay, it says Tim Walters' screen down in the bottom left.
Okay, somebody's drawing on me. That's great.
That would be me. I
That's-
was scribbling.
That's what this is all about. Play
I
with
think
it.
I can I'll erase it.
Yeah,
Tim,
no,
that was me.
there
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
There, see, now it's gone.
Okay,
I
Binky,
went
how did
into
you,
the edit.
Binky, how did you do that?
Does you see the little pencil on the left-hand side?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's an edit, and you get a whole list of edits that you can do.
You can highlight, you can spotlight.
I am not a bit afraid to tap everything and see what it does. Okay, here's a highlighter.
And then there you clear it. Okay. You can put an arrow. So even though it's your screen, we can play with it and write on it.
You can. Now, there are settings in the meeting settings. That's where you get your 3 dots. And that'll tell you, like right now, I did the 3 dots and I have it set so you can annotate. Now I can hit a switch and I think it's going to tell me who's annotating. When somebody draws on it, it should tell me who's drawing on it. Go ahead and somebody try to draw on it. Let's see what it does. And that may be because I'm hosting the meeting, but that's under the 3 dots in the top right. And you're, yeah, see, it just told me Anita did that scribble.
Oh, I did some too.
Okay. So those 3 dots on the top right, if you're the host and you go under meeting settings, that's where it allows you to do that, annotate and that show. Now I
Thank you.
just turned it off. And so actually I turned it back on, but it allows you to allow people to either write or not write on it.
Okay.
Okay, so Tim, do you have an iPad Pro or a cheap
I-
piece of crap like me?
I do have a Pro. So
Oh,
now
okay,
don't,
so-
before, I like my old iPad better than this one because the battery life on this one is terrible.
Hey, Tim, do I have an old one?
Let me see. Let me get to. Who's asking?
Kay's, oh, there she's.
I
It was
think-
Kay.
Yeah, I think I have an old iPad also. I don't think mine's a Pro.
Well, mine's not old. Mine is just a year old, but it's not the Pro.
Yeah, I don't have a Pro. Mine's a couple years old, but I'm pretty sure it's not a Pro.
Well, the reason I ask is because I don't think I can pull up a photo with mine, like he did, like you did with your granddaughter. I don't think I can do that.
Well, try on share content at the top right. Do you have a button that says share content?
I do.
Okay,
And then did you choose photos?
did, which will be the photos you have on that iPad.
Yeah, see, I have 43,000 photos on that iPad and it will not bring them up. It just is a blank screen. And it's now I'm frozen and I have to close out and start all over.
Welcome to my world.
Actually, I
Thanks.
tried it and I can do it.
Thanks for nothing.
Okay, I've got 20,000 and they came up, Anita, just in case you wanted to know.
Well, that's because you have iPad Pro.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good enough.
Okay, so because I have mine, when I click on photos, the screen comes up, but it's blank and I can't get rid of it. So I'm gonna have to leave and come back. So bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So mine worked, Tim. I don't know.
Was that Kaylee?
Yeah,
That-
that was.
Yeah. Now, somebody just shared a picture of a cactus. Who is that?
That was me.
Ah,
Okay, Nikki,
You
so
may
you
draw on it.
have-
like-
You were able to share.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a Pro or do they know? I cannot tell from my end what kind of, whether you have a Pro or a regular, other than Binky says iPad Pro, but that's how
That's
she,
what I put the name of it in for Zoom. Yeah.
where, see, mine doesn't say Pro.
Well, you have to put it in when you sign it in as your name. That's what I put there for that.
It just takes whatever you call it.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. Who's is that? The Indian?
That's Richards.
That's Richards. All right, Rich. I
Okay,
like-
so
So I got a question. How do
Okay.
I raise my hand if I want to speak or something?
Like
Okay.
this.
I'm not sure. Usually it's
Just
under.
raise-
Usually it's under. Oh, well, let's see. Go to the 3 dots. I'm seeing a clap. I'm seeing a thumbs up. I am not seeing a hand raised.
okay, so I hit participants and it brings up a screen and then I click on my name and I hit raise hand.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
There you go. Thank you, Anita. That's how you do
Well,
it.
we did that
I don't get that.
No, I don't
Okay.
either.
I
Okay.
just said show names of annotators or disabled
And I
participation.
get mute audio when I
Right.
tap. I don't
Okay,
get-
did you hit the participants thing and you got?
Yes,
didn't get
yeah.
those?
Yeah. And it says mute audio is the only option I have.
Ah, that's funny. I have raise hand. I have a bunch of things on there. I can
Well,
also,
that's because you don't have a pro and it's not. Oh, there's,
Well,
okay,
I
I
don't
did,
have a pro.
down at the bottom. It's down at the bottom.
okay, Rich, did you say you do have a pro?
I do not have a pro.
Okay, but you put up a picture.
Yeah,
Okay. No,
I don't have very many on the machine.
Okay, but you have an iPad like a 10.2?
Yeah, sixth generation. Yeah.
Okay, so, and you put up a photo and it came up, but when I put up a photo, it will not come up. It just,
well, you got too many on there. That's probably,
Could it be a setting when you first get into Zoom or something, Tim?
I went into all the settings and I've tried everything because it was making me crazy. I've been into Zoom to look at all their support, all their frequently asked questions, all their support. I even tried to chat with them, but I was in a line of 180 people. So I gave up on that, but I can't get an answer of why I can't get to my photos from when I'm in Zoom. It will freeze Zoom every time. And my Zoom is updated to 5.0 and my iPad is updated to 13.4.1.
should be.
So
correct.
other than the fact that I have a 10.2 and not a iPad Pro, I have been through every other setting trying to figure out, like, allow Zoom to access your photos. I've done that. But, you know, my photos on the iPad are only from the cloud. I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
That might,
I don't have any, like Rich, did you take pictures with your iPad or,
Whether they're in the cloud.
Mine are the iCloud, the iPad, the photos that are in the cloud, and they're optimized for my computer, but they have the not optimized ones on all my devices.
so the
Well,
photos,
I have mine clicked to have originals on the iPad.
Okay, see, I don't.
yeah, but Binky, you can do your pictures.
Yeah.
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 So, but now the trick is
Well,
figuring out,
where are yours, Anita? Are they in Photos in iCloud?
yeah,
Okay, well, that's the same place mine are.
but you don't count because you're an iPad Pro. Rich counts because he's not.
I'll go get my old fashioned mini and see what, we'll try that another.
So why I'm baffled now is then why Richard's works and mine doesn't. So probably what I would have to do is set his iPad next to mine and look at all the settings and figure out what I'm missing.
You see the setting that says touch up my appearance?
Yeah, yeah. I
That
did that.
I wonder if that
did
would
that.
look any
Do I
better
look
with
better?
this hair that's coming out of my ears.
that
Yeah,
will
I-
Now,
your bandwidth. That will slow down your bandwidth a lot.
oh,
Stanley figured out how to raise his hand. I can see that.
Yeah, Tim, I got a question. If you screen share a website, can you tell me how an easy way to get back to the Zoom screen? Because we can't figure that out.
That is where, okay, let's share one and see. Okay, just try it. Oops. It did not like that, and I tried Sunflower just to, see if it likes this one. No, I am not having luck sharing a website, period.
Okay. Well,
Share one?
Stanley has a workflow that he does when he does a share content. He goes to screen and then he chooses a website from there.
Oh, then he chooses, okay. Why am I not getting Safari?
It didn't work for me either. I just tried to share Sunflower.
Yeah, so let me try to get one up. Okay, I've got one up. Now let me come back and try to share it when it's on my screen. It's still not giving me an option for,
It's raining.
it is.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Get out the ivory soap.
I wonder if it's because I'm recording though.
Okay, so he does a screen and then he hits start broadcast. I can't remember all the steps. Maybe Stanley remembers them better than me. He sent me.
There, I got it. Yeah. There's somebody with lots of stuff on their front page.
Okay, who is that? Whose page is that?
Are you seeing a desktop?
That's
We were seeing a desktop, yes. Now
Is
we're
that-
seeing,
your iPhone.
Okay, you are seeing my screen. It finally came up. What am I sharing?
okay, no, mine says that that's Stanley's screen.
Oh, it is. It is. You have figured out something we haven't, Stanley. How are you doing that?
Can we recap what we figured out?
I tapped on share screen, then I tapped on the screen, right? And I flicked up and I just went to my own home screen and I just tapped on a website. And that brought the website onto the screen now. Now I get the question, I want to know how to get back from this screen sharing to the Zoom screen.
Okay, so here he is, but there doesn't seem to be any way to get back.
It doesn't say stop sharing. I don't have that toolbar at the top right corner.
Try touching.
I got that red oval, which shows me that I'm screen sharing.
Try just taking your finger and swiping down a little or touching at the top. Does it reappear?
Oh,
Touch it at the.
That
Does it-
brings me to my notification center.
yeah.
Yeah, but when you touch it, okay. Boy, when I touch it at the top, my Zoom toolbar comes back.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean touch it or just swipe down?
Oh
Just
my
touch-
goodness. Yes, it
touch it.
did.
And then it comes back and then you can
And then you
stop
can-
sharing.
Then you can see that little dot.
How did
Yeah.
you do that, Anita? Did you just swipe down from the top?
I'm swiping something, but now I can't get it to do it. There, if you keep clicking on the Zoom, the word that says Zoom,
Do you have mine?
you can see now that there's that red button up at the top, Stanley.
Yeah. But I don't have that box that says stop share.
Well,
Well,
even the red button doesn't work to get me to well, maybe I can't get out of there because it's your screen.
That's it. It has to be on his end.
Okay.
Okay, so what do I do now to get back to my Zoom screen?
Okay,
Well-
so Stanley, when I see the word Zoom up there at the top, and then to the right, it says mute, stop video, shares content. If
I
I
don't-
tap on the Zoom word,
I
that's
don't
where
get that though, Anita.
Yeah, and
I get the toolbar in the upper right-hand corner. All I get is that red oval that tells me I'm still sharing the screen.
right, Stanley, what it is it's a self-hiding ribbon, and you just touch on the top. You don't even have to swipe. You just touch,
Just tap it.
just tap it towards the top, and it comes back. Just touch it at the top. Just
Yeah, I'm
Just-
touching, nothing's happening though.
Gently tap. Don't hold your finger there. Just tap.
gently tap it once.
Well, I got a stylus. I'm just tapping all along the top of the screen.
Oh,
And-
try it with just your finger.
And only do it once. Just a quick tap.
Yep.
It'll come up for about 4 seconds and disappear again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine stays.
Does it? Must be a setting somewhere.
But
No, I can't get that toolbar up here.
Maybe it's because his webpage, I don't know. Oh, there I found the little. Okay.
Yeah, well, I can see it, but I can't do it because he's the one who set it up.
right. Now, what we can probably do here is I'm going to try to share a whiteboard, and that'll kick Stanley off.
Well,
But
Stanley, consider yourself kicked off.
did you get kicked off, Stanley? Does everybody else just see a whiteboard, which is
Yes.
another place you can, I'm just using my Apple Pencil here.
Yep.
Okay, now Stanley, just touch, if you can, right about there and see if your toolbar comes back.
I think Stanley,
No.
are you there?
Yeah, somebody knocked off the screen recording for me, but I still have, I can still see the screen sharing that I was doing before. But I cannot get my toolbar in the upper right-hand corner.
So are you seeing us in gallery view at the
No, I'm
bottom?
not seeing anybody. I'm seeing,
Just what you had on your screen.
yeah,
I'm on that Zoom thing with the type button. This is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's the iPad Zoom. It's like Zoom meeting.
Okay, now I lost the white screen. Is
I
that,
just erased it is all.
it's off, okay.
Oh, this,
I just erased it. It's,
your arrow's still there.
yeah,
all
I
right,
just,
I'm back on the Zoom screen now.
Yeah, now
Right.
we can do
I
moving.
don't
It's
know how
not.
I got there.
a lot of it, Stanley, is where you touch and how you touch, and that's probably practice. And what screen you're in. Right now, my toolbar won't go away when I'm in this white screen,
Oh, and it's coming and going here.
but I just stopped sharing, so it should have gone away for everybody.
Yeah, if I just tap on it, it goes, it
It comes and goes.
disappears.
Comes and goes.
Yeah. It comes and goes, yeah.
And I noticed that on a lot, what they're doing is just giving you options to get more screen and less control. So if you're sitting here for 20 minutes watching a speech, you don't have to have all of your, look at all of your gallery or your other stuff. You can open it up, but it gets frustrating trying to get back.
Yeah, well, that was the issue is he has tried it and tried it and tried it and he can't get back. Once he has put it up there, he can't get it back. That's been one of his big issues.
Yeah, it's got to be something on how you tap.
So who's having that problem?
Stanley.
Oh, okay.
Stanley can go through completely and put up a web page, but then he can't get rid of it. He can't get it to disappear.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get back from my screen sharing to the Zoom screen, and I can't do that.
Okay. Mine says an SSL error has occurred and a secure connection to the server cannot be made.
That's what it gives me to,
Yeah, okay.
I try to share a web site.
Okay, yeah, it didn't want to do it.
Hmm. So Tim, can only the, so it's not only the host, because you're the host, you can share a screen, but Stanley's not the host and he was able to share a screen.
That is definitely, if you go to your three dots and go down to meeting settings, that's also a switch there. Okay, so I have allow participants, and you may not be seeing this because you aren't hosts, and I could transfer host to you and you could transfer it back when you go to your participants.
Okay.
Gives
So
you
if anybody's trying right now to do it, they may not be able to do it.
right. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna transfer host to you, Anita, just so you can see it. But when you go to those three dots, you will have meeting settings, and it will
Yeah.
give you the option to allow people to rename themselves, to chat, or to share their screens or not. It gives you control of that. And it also gives you, because this is something you probably will do if you use this enough with friends. So you go to participants, and what I'm going to do is make Anita host. Now she's probably going to get a little message right now that says she's been offered the host.
Yeah, it says that.
So you are the host now. Now go hit your three dots and see how it's changed. And go
Oh,
to your
yeah. Now I see that. Yes.
okay, and go to your meeting settings.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
I'm
you
in
s-
meeting settings. Yeah.
And you see, when you are the host, you can allow people in your meeting to share with you, or you can block them from sharing. So
Okay.
now, Anita, you can give it to Binky so she can see, and anybody else that wants to try. We'll make them the host, and you can see how those three dots on the right, your menu options change.
Okay, so I'm gonna make Binky the host.
Right.
Woohoo!
Go to participants and then just choose Binky,
Yes, okay, Binky, now you're the host.
the host. So now go to your three dots.
Tag,
Okay,
tag,
I'm
you're
there.
in.
Oh, yeah, okay. Waiting room, share screen, chat with everyone, rename themselves, meeting topic, mute on entry, play chime, on enter exit. Oh, lots of things. Okay. My
Yep.
connect.
Let me give you a couple minutes to explain what that waiting room is. When you set up your meeting, you can have it or you cannot have it. You can just let people join, or they go to the waiting room and it gives you a notice to let them in.
Okay.
It's kind of a layer of security. If
So you don't
I'm,
get, yay.
yeah, if I'm holding it with the tech meeting, the tech group at large where somebody might hack it, I'll turn that setting on. If it's just our family bingo, I'll turn it off so they just come in, because I'm not worried about getting hacked with a small meeting.
Okay.
So that waiting room, you got to watch, because people don't automatically join your meeting if you have that enabled. You have to let them in as the host. So that's what the waiting room is. And if you
Okay.
turn
How
that
do I pick?
switch off, yeah, they just come right in. If not, you have to click a button to let them in. So now you
I
give,
left it on.
Binky, you want to make me the host, Rich?
I don't know where to go. It's not.
okay, go to your participants.
You just hit the participants.
Wait a minute. Start over. Okay. The three dots, meeting settings.
No,
Nope.
Oh,
you go
Nope.
back to the
oh, to
participant.
participants. Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Participants. Marie Van Wees wants to come on. I'll allow her to.
Oh, allow her, since you're the host. She's in the waiting room. I do have the waiting room on for this.
Joining. Okay. Okay. So with there, Richard. Okay, Rich. Okay. Make host. Do you want to change the host to Richard's iPad? Okay.
We have a new host. Congratulations, Richard.
Woohoo!
Okay, I don't get any notification or anything that I'm a host.
You don't.
Go up to your
Okay.
three dots. and
No,
it'll
but if you
meeting
look at
center.
the participants, you can see next to your name, it says
Yep.
host.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
go to
okay.
your three dots and look at how different in your
Yeah.
config- the three dots and then the meeting settings.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
Richard, could you transfer that host over to me so I can see what that looks like?
Okay.
Participants.
Who am I sending it to?
Stanley,
Dan-
Stanley?
right.
Stanley. Okay, you got it, Stanley.
Okay, I got host me.
Yeah,
How do I bring that other box up? I tap on the three dots,
Yeah,
go
happens.
to meeting settings.
Yes,
Screen share, chat, where to rename themselves.
Did we? Yeah, we did. Marie, your audio isn't on, and Stanley would have to do that. But if you can see to unmute yourself, Marie. In fact, your video isn't on. I take that back. You can, neither's on. I might have to get with her later. She's trying to join and it looks like it's having a little trouble.
Okay, can I transfer the host duties to somebody else now, just to see?
You can go to your participants again. Is there anybody else that wants to see what that looks like? And if not, just click it back to me. I might be able to help. Marie.
Okay,
Yep, you did it. We're back. Okay, I just asked Marie to start her video. We'll see if that helps her. Okay,
Oh, it says connecting to audio on hers.
yeah, she might be having a little trouble getting in. She made it into our meeting Wednesday, I remember. She was quite early, so. Any other questions? Anything we want to play with a little more?
hey,
Yeah,
I have a question for Rich
Okay.
here. Hey, Rich, do you know how much gigabyte, what your hard drive space is on your iPad?
32.
Yeah, so mine's 32 also. So basically, I think what I'm gonna try to do is turn off my photos, like not be on the iCloud. I'm gonna turn off my iCloud and just put like one picture onto my iPad and see if then I can pull up the picture. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try that because you give me hope that it's possible to do it if you can do it. But I may have to just take my photos off my iPad, which would be fine. I could do that.
Boy, I sure feel good that I can give somebody hope.
Yep. Well, that has just bugged me because the only thing that bugs me, it doesn't bug me that's a system requirement. It bugs me that it freezes Zoom every time. And I have to totally quit and go back and find the meeting link and link up again. It's just so frustrating. So, I mean, it's not like the virtual background is that big of a deal. It just bugs me that I don't understand it.
No kidding.
Binky knows all about that. Because I will call her and say, what are you doing? Can you come over? I'm stuck.
Goes both ways.
Tim, I got another question for you. Is it possible to screen share about a 5-minute video on YouTube?
We tried that at the board meeting last Tuesday, and Anita will vouch, it was not very successful. Because that's what I was gonna try for the tech meeting before I asked Gary to do it. And
Well, and Buzz tried that with the genealogy club, and he couldn't get the sound. We
Right.
never could watch it.
I know how to get the sound. There is a setting on the three dots once you share your screen that says share computer audio.
Oh,
I-
okay.
We did get that far, and I had the audio streaming to you, just that the video became so grainy, if I remember right, that nobody could really see what was on the screen.
Yeah. One of the problems, well, particularly if you're doing it from an iPad, is that like at the genealogy club, they zoomed their meeting and they were trying to show the treasurer's report. Well, you couldn't read it. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
couldn't see it. It was just too small. So to me, it was if you're going to share something, it has to be useful to the person or the people you're sharing it with.
It does, but you know, we shared the treasurer's report, and you guys saw that on when we did it. So I think some of it may be the machines we're using, but I can't answer that for sure.
I just think that if you're trying to see it on an iPad, you don't have very much space.
And that's why they have all those collapsing ribbons, so you can get as much space as you can.
Yep.
But they can be frustrating until you realize where they're going when they disappear on you.
Well, I don't know anything about the developers of Zoom, but it does seem like they're working on it all the time. Did you notice all those maintenance screens for the weekend? They were doing all kinds of maintenance on different issues with Zoom. So I think they are trying to fix some of their problems.
Oh, they are, and they've come. Boy, I think they've done at least 3 or 5 updates in the last
Yeah.
month, trying to get their
Yeah.
security.
Right.
But boy, you talk about getting slammed in the perfect storm. I mean, we used to use it a little. I bet we've used it 10 times in the business sense in the last month than we did in January. 10 times more.
Well, and also, some of you, I'm sure, have had experience with doctors now want to do this telehealth, and they want to use, let's see, one of my doctors wanted to use Google Hangout. One wanted to use Skype. Denny's doctor wanted to use Skype, and they couldn't make it work on their end. So, you know, somebody says, oh, you should do Skype. Well, they don't know how to do it. Those doctors never have to do that. So it is not, we have not had success with the doctors with the telehealth, other than to finally just hang up and call them.
Skype is very inconsistent because I use it every Wednesday with a group of grade school friends. And sometimes it's fine. And then they do continual updates that are not helpful, shall we say. Anyhow, so Skype is tougher than I think this is being.
Well, somebody told me they thought Google Hangouts was easier than Zoom, but I haven't really tried it.
No, I haven't either.
I haven't tried it, and I actually did some reading on it, and there are some downsides. I wish I could remember now.
One
Well,
of the downsides is you can't remember the downsides.
probably me, not them. I did draw the line with my doctor when he wanted me to give blood on Zoom. I said no.
That's your scribble on your picture.
Just scribble.
Hey, we're probably coming to the day where we will put our finger on our screen and it'll read our blood.
Well, the new Apple Watch has a single line EKG.
That's right. I have one.
Yeah, so it is amazing where it's going. I am curious why Marie can't get on when the other day, I remember well, she was on. She was on twice. It might be that she's trying the wrong machine. I'll get with her later.
Okay, I'm trying to,
It just says connecting on to audio on her picture, her thing.
Yeah.
right. And sometimes I go to the participants to figure out what the issue is.
It just says
yeah.
no, video, and it doesn't have anything for audio at all.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have, and her video is turned off also, so we can't even connect with her. We could re-invite her. You can re-invite her. I've done that before. You can chat with her.
I did try already.
Oh, you tried that? Okay.
That didn't work either?
No.
Well, no.
Okay.
Now, I know I've had a few people try to log on to Zoom meetings with their desktop, and they'll actually see the meeting, but they have no microphone and they don't understand why they're muted.
So this was a crazy thing. Somebody I was trying to get up and running with Zoom, and they could see us, they could hear us, but they, let's see, they could hear us, they could see us, but we couldn't see them. It was just a black screen like you're seeing Marie right now. Well, so somebody that knew more about it than me, I sent them with their laptop because they had a pretty new laptop, and their laptop had a little switch that turned the camera off. And they call it the eyelid. And so you can just, you know how we all take a little piece of tape and cover up our camera? Well, this on their laptop, they had a switch that they could turn the camera off, and they didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Yeah.
Yeah. So just playing around with it, this other person who knew a little bit more about it, or maybe just wanted to could play with it, they found it. So, yeah, so there's a lot of things that depending on what you're on, somebody I know now is using is it called a Samsung Galaxy notebook? Does that sound right?
That's
Yeah.
a phone, isn't it?
Well, I know there's a Samsung Galaxy phone,
Yeah.
but I think that there's also, they have a laptop that they call their notebook, and now they can use Zoom with that just perfectly. So I haven't seen it, but they're able to connect with us. So,
Good.
but I usually use my laptop just because there's more options.
I think the laptop best options and the best quality for sure. But well, Christina and Donna have been awfully quiet,
They have their mics off.
and they have their mics off, and I don't know.
Well, it's been interesting. My pressing question is, how do you play bingo on Zoom?
The way we play bingo is we'll set up a meeting just like this. And then there is a program that my wife actually found called, Kay, you're still on this, unmute, Kay. What's the name of that number generator, they call it? I don't know where she went. I'd be happy to email it to you. It's just is fairly simple. In fact, it looks like it's probably years old. But it's just a web-based number generator. You can play your different games. So she'll set that up on hers and then share that screen. And on that bingo generator, there's actually a menu item. You can print cards with it. So it'll print out a random card if you don't have them. I happen to have them laying around because we sponsored Sunflower Bingo, but it will do them. You can actually make your own before you start the game if you want to. You just have to know what numbers are under B, I, and G, have everybody make their own card. And then that number generator just calls it out. It'll automatically call it out with its voice, or you just call it out as it comes up. But it has been a lot of fun. We've done it ever since Easter. And it's been a lot of fun. And that's how we do it.
Well, that sounds good. I've been looking for how to have fun on Zoom.
You bet. Well, that is a lot of fun. We have 3 states and 9 different people on that bingo on our Sundays now. So, in fact, my mother, is she still on here? You still on here, Darlene? She's part of that group that, yeah, she went away. But if you want, I'd be happy to send you that number generator. It's free, and it works fine. Are you in the tech club?
Yeah, let me just send you my email to make it easy for you.
That'll work.
Thank you.
You bet. We played Risk last night with my son in Phoenix, and he used his laptop to show the board, and then he used his iPad to do the gallery.
Wow.
And it was a little rough because me and my wife were sitting here on the same camera, so one of us would have to look away when the other got their clue. It was a little rough, but we were somewhat together, and we haven't been getting together
Cool.
because of that. So saved us a lot of gas in the last month and a half too, I tell you, on having to drive.
Sure. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Christina, you've been awful
Yes.
quiet.
I've been very quiet because all I do is sneeze and blow my nose today, and I don't think you want me to share that.
The allergies are terrible right now. Oh,
But thank you for including me.
well, if you have any questions, I hope you're long enough between sneezes to ask, and then we can.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm getting Marie's still trying to connect to audio too, so I'll have to work with her on the side there.
When is the next meeting, Tim?
Well, and if you guys are on here, I've been getting some feedback. I think I've gotten 5 or 6, which they've all said they'd like to keep it going over the summer. 5 or 6 at 200, or well, I think we've got 140, 150. I'd have to check again. Isn't a big sampling, but I think, and I have to let the sun catcher know by Monday, but I think we'll try to keep it going during the summer. We'll probably go back to 3rd Wednesday, and they will be Zoom meetings through the summer, but I think we'll try to keep them going. I think I have enough people that have a specialty. I'd like to do one on Google, to be honest, because Google's kind of, it has so much, but yet, even though it still frustrates me sometimes getting around in it. So we may try to put together some Google sessions over the.
Google what?
Well, Google, that's the whole thing. Google Drive, Google
Yeah,
Gmail.
Drive,
I mean,
yeah,
so
okay.
many things it does.
yeah,
And
Hangouts, whatever.
yeah, I just got corrected by my wife. We played Clue last night, not Risk. So if that didn't make sense, that's why.
Right.
But so, but yeah, you can do it.
So,
You do want to make sure that, did you see the thing about the Supreme Court that they were discussing a case and somebody flushed the toilet? Did you see that?
No, but it brings up a good point, and I didn't wear them today, and I'll have to get rid of my virtual. Yeah, Richard is smart. Headphones and a microphone, even if they're just your iPod plug-in, earbuds will make a big difference in the quality of hearing that toilet flush across the house, or the dogs barking, or whatever's going on the other room. We don't realize how we sound on the other end, but if you're using any kind of headset, your quality's going to be a ton better.
Yep.
Another, I'm breaking my own rule when I have my laptop. They always tell you with lighting, and if you get a little more downward than upward, you come across a lot better on Zoom. They aren't that important, but they are little tricks. I know I've got a light here that doesn't hit me with my laptop that causes some glare. There's a lot of little things to it once you get on it a lot, but the plus side is really nice when you do play those games. Bingo does work exceptionally well with that generator, because you just, one person shares a screen and you can have, I've offered it to Rosie. She's not quite there. But
Well, I put my AirPods in just to see how it was, just to see if there was much difference. Just a clear sound.
yeah, on your side,
Sound clearer too.
yeah, on your side, you may not notice as much as on the other side, more the microphone and what your microphone's picking up in the background. So.
So what does switch to active speaker do?
Switch to active speaker
Okay.
instead of gallery. If you switch to that, whoever's talking will
okay.
show on
Yep.
your screen.
We did that at the beginning, yeah.
We did at the beginning.
I don't
You
know
got
how
to
that-
go through this stuff I have to go through it anyway, 3, 4, 5 times before I start to remember where was that and how did we do that. So,
Okay.
and I hadn't fired up my old one in so long, Anita, it's still updating. If I figure anything out on my old iPad, I'll let you know. On that
Yeah,
sharing.
that's, yeah, I'm gonna play around with, because the biggest concern I have is that Richard and I have the same exact machine and his works and mine doesn't. So I just don't get that.
I need to ask you Apple ladies too, have you ever heard of Sidecar?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sidecar?
Mhm.
I've used Duet for years. So I haven't tried, well, I haven't upgraded to Catalina either. So Sidecar is not an option for me until I break down and get rid of my 32-bit apps.
I have not even tried it. I learned it at a Zoom meeting where you can take 2 iPads or iPads in your phone and actually set up with 2 screens, just like you do on Windows 10 with 2 monitors. And that way with Zoom, you can have your gallery view on one machine and Sidecar that screen share on the other.
Yeah.
Which does make Zoom more enjoyable, especially in a classroom setting where the shared screen's big, but you still want to see who's talking and how they're doing it. So for any of the Apple users, Sidecar's your homework. Mine too. I haven't used it yet.
No.
So it's not an iPad app, it's a Mac app, right?
It's an Apple app that works on your iPad.
Well,
So
Oh, okay.
if you want to put your iPad on as an external monitor on your computer, your Apple computer, you have to have, I think you have to have Catalina. I have to research that, but
Yeah, I don't have Catalina yet
Or maybe you
either.
have to, yeah, 10, what is it, 14 or 16 or whatever Catalina is. You have to have it upgraded. Because I don't and I won't for probably till I get a new computer. So anyhow, but Duet has worked well for me until I got a secondary screen at my other place. So, no, it works.
Hmm.
Well, you've got it set up, Anita.
Oh, well, I have it set up not as a second screen, but as a
Right.
main screen.
But it
So
can
I
work
just,
because we did
okay.
that first before we made it your main screen.
okay, yeah,
It was
okay,
a secondary to your MacBook.
all right.
Okay, anyhow,
Yeah.
that's just, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Our
We will-
hour's up.
we
We're
will do
good.
this. I don't know if you want to do help sessions every week, like, or every other week, or what's everybody's thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, do you want to keep doing Zoom or do you want to, the trouble is with me is like Stanley, I would like to be looking at his iPad right now to figure out why he can't get that screen to do that. And that's difficult to do when you're even on Zoom. You know, you
No
can
doubt.
learn some stuff, but you can disseminate information, but it's really difficult to really see what the issue is.
It is tough. It really is. It's challenging. I got to admit, it's not as easy as sitting beside somebody and working on the machine.
When you put your hands on, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Email me with your thoughts, whether we keep it going or not. I'm thinking maybe every other week at the most.
Every other would be sufficient. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
That'd be fine. Yep.
But I do think there's some value and we can pick up some things. And like right now, I know Marie needs some help and I'll get with her when I get a chance later this week. So,
Okay, so are you gonna let the office know that we're considering doing it again or are you just gonna tell just the tech club members?
well, for now, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and say that we're going to continue the tech club through the summer in some fashion, probably Zoom. I won't get too specific because I don't know too specifically. And then we'll have a board meeting to discuss the particulars. And on the help sessions, we'll probably do what we did this time. When we're going to have one, we'll just use a communicator to advertise it. And that way we don't really commit to anything at this point. And
That's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the way we used to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that way we're overburdening anybody, but we'll just play it by ear and, you know, who knows, another month we may be back to a little more in-person stuff. We don't know.
Could be. Okay, I gotta go.
I do too. Everybody enjoy
Bye-bye.
the rest of their afternoons. Just holler at me with any questions. We'll try to get you an answer.
All right, thanks, Tim.
You
Thank
bet.
you.
Bye-bye.